Good day. Welcome to G1 News. I am Kamisha Byfield. Making today's headlines, bus driver dies in accident in St. Andrew and a motorcyclist shot dead by police in Halfway Tree. We'll have these, your regional and international stories after the break. Welcome back, and now the details. A bus driver was killed this morning when the vehicle he was driving collided into an Epping gas truck on Long Lane in St. Andrew. Police investigators say 22 passengers, including the girlfriend of the driver, had to be rushed to Kingston Public Hospital and the University Hospital of the West Indies. The driver, identified as Junior Douglas, died on the spot and had to be cut from the wreckage. Police say the cause of the accident is still unknown and are currently conducting investigations into the matter. The opposition Jamaica Labour Party is urging the government to realign its priorities and use available resources to deal with the current public health emergency. According to the JLP, this can be done without compromising the IMS agreement. Sherry Morris has more on this story.
Told you so. This about sums up the response of the opposition to concerns raised by its members and spokespersons about the Chick V epidemic. This being based on widespread reports of the virus affecting persons in schools and workplaces. Dr. Ball cited some examples such as the Bustamante Hospital for Children and the Spanish Town Hospital being overwhelmed with people seeking medical attention. The health spokesman says the ministry's handling of the perceived outbreak highlights the incapacity of the ministry to deal with periods of emergency as a result of the country's austerity program. For Dr. Ball, the ministry has simply not responded well to the crisis. Dr. Ball maintains there's a need to intensify mosquito eradication and surveillance programs. I'm Sherry Morris for G1 News.
And now for the regional news. The Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, says while there has not been any case of the deadly Ebola virus in the Caribbean, there is no time for complacency. Meanwhile, CARPHA's Director of the Surveillance, Disease Prevention and Control Division, Dr. Babatunde Oklawokor, said it is still a potential threat to the region.
Although the current risk assessment places the Caribbean at low risk, this may of course change as the situation is rapidly evolving. At CARPHA, we continue to monitor the situation, but are also preparing for the possible introduction of Ebola virus disease to the region.
On the international scene, a leading charity has warned that a rate of 5 new Ebola cases in all in Sierra Leone means healthcare demands are exceeding supplies. Sherry Morris has more in this report.
Save the Children said there were 700 new cases of Ebola reported in the West African state last week, while there were only 400 beds in the country. Experts and politicians are set to meet in London to debate a global response to the crisis. This Ebola outbreak is the world's worst outbreak of the virus, killing close to 4,000 persons so far. There have been 7,000 confirmed cases, with Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea suffering the most. Save the Children says Ebola is spreading across Sierra Leone at a terrifying rate, with the number of new cases being recorded doubling every few weeks. It is said that even as health authorities got on top of the outbreak in one area, it spread to another. The scale of the disease is also massively unreported, according to the charity, because untold numbers of children are dying anonymously at home or in the street. I'm Sherry Morris for G1 News.
And that's it for news. We now join Jana Dunbar for our sports update.
Jamaica Reggae Boys journey to Niigata, Japan. Good day and welcome to G1 Sports. I'm Jana Dunbar. The Jamaica Reggae Boys will today begin their almost 2-day journey to Niigata, Japan for a friendly international against the host on Friday. Game time, 7:25 p.m., 5:25 a.m. Jamaica time at the Denka Big Swan Stadium. The game against Japan, one of Asia's strongest teams, will be the final international ahead of November's Caribbean Cup in Montego Bay. This game marks the fourth meeting between the two countries who first met in Lyon, France on June 26 at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. Coincidentally, the Reggae Boys have already been invited to the 2015 Copa America in Chile, where they could come up against the continent's powerhouses, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, amongst others. Tivoli Gardens FC secured their first win of the 2014-2015 Red Stripe Premier League season when they defeated Rena FC 2-1 at the Edward Tiaga Sports Complex yesterday. The win pushed the former champions to 5 points, while Rena were suffering their first defeat of the campaign to return on 5 points. The game began to get physical and was slowly losing its attractiveness until Sibyls got in behind defenders to slot home on the stroke of half-time to send Tivoli 2-1 up at the break. That's it for G1 Sports Update. I'm Jonna Dunbar.
And now a recap of our top stories. Bus driver dies in accident in St. Andrew, and a motorcyclist shot dead by police in Halfway Tree. And that's it for our news package. On behalf of our news, sports, and production team, good day.